Hello and welcome. Today with a breaking news on 29th July 2026. Gabilo, Rwanda, President Paul Kagame has urged young Rwandans to uphold discipline, good character and self-respect while steering clear of drugs, particularly marijuana, declaring that no one has ever been saved by using it. The head of the state delivered the message on July 28, 2026 while addressing participants of the 16th edition of Itorero Indagamirwa at the Gabiro Combat Training Center CTC Gabiro in Gatsibo district. President Kagame emphasized that good character is essential for success, saying it helps young people make wise decisions, respect themselves and others, and remain focused on achieving their goals. He encouraged participants to embrace their values taught during the civic training program, stressing that discipline and knowledge together create a strong foundation for personal and national developments. The president also urged that the youth believe in their own abilities and seek lasting solutions to challenges, reminding them that Rwanda needs a generation that is confident, responsible, and committed to the country's progress. We need you, we care about you, but first and foremost, take care of yourselves, Kagame told the participant. He warned that alcohol abuse and drugs use could destroy the ambitions of young people before they achieve their dreams, urging them not to sacrifice their future for habits that offer no benefits. No one has ever been saved by marijuana. President Kagame challenged claims that marijuana has positive effects, asking anyone who believes otherwise to produce a single person whose life, family, or country had been improved by using the drugs. I challenge you to find me just one person, not two, just one who can honestly testify that smoking marijuana saved their life, he said. He maintained that no such testimony exists and pledged he would reward anyone who could prove otherwise, while insisting that anyone making such claim would be lying because drugs and substance abuse only harm individuals and society. The president warned that this widespread drugs abuse among young people threaten not only their own future but also future of the nation, calling on them to reject all the forms of substance abuse. Meanwhile, Rwanda Minister of National Unity and Civic Engagement, Dr. Jean Damascene Bizimana, revealed that four participants who had enrolled in the 16th Itorero Indagamirwa program did not complete the training. Two were found to be carrying unintended pregnancies, while two others were dismissed for drug use. The Constitutional Court of Democratic Republic of Congo (DRC) has upheld a law establishing the legal framework for organizing a constitutional referendum, a move widely seen as opening the door for President Felix Tshisekedi to potentially seek another term after his current mandate ended in 2018. The ruling was announced on July 28, 2026 by the President of the Constitutional Court, Dieudonné Kamuleta, who stated that the referendum law is consistent with the country's constitution. President Tshisekedi, who has been in office since 2019, is currently serving his second and final term under the existing constitution law, which limits president to 2 terms before handing power to other Congolese citizens. The referendum law, previously approved by both chambers of parliament, establishes the legal process for amending certain provisions of constitution. According to the Constitutional Court, the president is authorized to initiate constitutional amendment through a special parliament process followed by nationwide referendum. The decision has drawn strong criticism from opposition leaders, including Martin Fayulu, Jean-Marc Kambudu, Moise Katumbi, and Deri Sesanga, who argued that the constitutional reform is intended to pave the way for Tshisekedi to run for third terms. The opposition had planned nationwide protests against the proposed constitutional changes, but later suspended the demonstration after the government announced a plan to hold an inclusive national dialogue involving Congolese stakeholders. In earlier May 2026, President Tshisekedi denied seeking a third term. However, he stated that he would accept the will of the people if they want him to continue leading the country. He also warned that if the conflict in Eastern DRC remain unresolved by 2028, presidential election may not take place. Cairo, Egypt, Rwanda under 18 men's basketball team has secured qualification for the 2026 FIBA under 18 Afrobasket after defeating Uganda 70-65 in a thrilling semi-final of the FIBA under 18 Afrobasket 2026 Zone 5 qualifiers. The match played on Tuesday, July 28, 2026 in Cairo, South Rwanda dominated the opening stage before serving a remarkable Ugandan comeback. Rwanda won the first quarter 17-13 and extended its advantage to 38-23 by halftime with an impressive all-around performance. Uganda responded strongly after the break, producing stunning 27-4 third quarters, learned to ease Rwanda's lead and set up tense finish. The two teams remained evenly matched in the final quarter, ending regulation tied 59-59 and forcing 5 minutes of overtime. In the extra period, Rwanda had its nerves, outscoring Uganda 11-6 to claim 70-55 victory and book place in the final, while also earning a coveted ticket to the 2026 FIBA Under 18 Afrobasket. Ngabonziza Hugo Victor led Rwanda with a game high 25 points, while Uganda's Shama Kwizera scored 20 points. Rwanda will face the winner of the semi-final between Egypt and South Sudan in Wednesday final. Meanwhile, Rwanda's under 18 girls team is also semi-final action, taking Kenya for place in the final. The 2026 FIBA under 18 Afrobasket tournament will be held in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire from August 5 to 16, 2026. Washington, D.C., USA President Donald Trump and Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu held what both leaders described as productive meeting at the White House on Tuesday amid growing tension in the Middle East and renewed Iranian missile attacks targeting USA force in the region. The closed-door meeting lasted nearly 19 minutes, was described by White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt as a positive and productive. Later, President Trump called it a very good meeting in a social media post, saying that many important subjects were discussed without providing further details. The talks marked the first face-to-face meeting between the two leaders since the United States and Israel launched their joint military campaign against Iran. The meeting also came as both leaders face mounting political pressure at home. Prime Minister Netanyahu, who is seeking re-election, praised the discussion, calling them an excellent meeting characterized by full of partnership, mutual support, and shared commitment to ensuring Iran never obtain nuclear weapons. However, shortly after the meeting, Iran launched multiple ballistic missiles at USA military position across the Middle East. According to the USA military officials, said all incoming missiles were successfully intercepted, preventing casualties or significant advantages. According to Israel officials familiar with the discussion, Netanyahu informed President Trump that Israel will respond if directly attacked by Iran, but would otherwise defer to the USA President's judgment on any further military actions. Before the meeting, Trump publicly expressed frustration over reports that Netanyahu intended to discuss intelligence regarding Iranian activities at Picasso Mountain, suspected nuclear sites. I know exactly what's going on at Picasso, Trump said during an interview, adding they believe the issue was not a big problem and suggesting Netanyahu wanted the United States to remain deeply involved in the conflict. Despite the apparent differences, both sides reaffirmed their close security cooperation with Israel officials, emphasizing that intelligence sharing between Washington and Jerusalem remained strong while acknowledging the United States had broader region consideration in determining its next steps. Later in the days, Netanyahu joined President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance the funeral of Senator Lindsey Graham, where he was also seen speaking with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky, who had met separately with Trump earlier. The White House meeting comes as the conflict with Iran continues to intensify, raising concern about the possibility of broader regional war and increasing pressure on both Washington and Jerusalem to determine their next course of the actions. That's all for now. Thank you for watching. Wowe wa mupapa we harya ngiye mu mujyi ugiye kumpe harya nsigaye nariteshejeho kashe yo mu mujyi